American Institute of Chemical Engineers, as I said previously, is ethically and professionally governs chemical engineers all around the world, not only in America. And we have a student chapter here on our campus. I was the vice president last year. This year I'm the president. By popular vote, everyone wanted me to run again and be the president because I was helping everybody out. My vision and my understanding here, and what I was trying to do from early on when I was getting involved, was just helping other people out. My name is Shakar. I'm originally from Kurdistan. I'm a senior in the chemical engineering program next year, so I'll be graduating in the spring of next year. I came here about 3 years ago as a refugee. That's when I moved here, and I started right away with the university and college, and I got into the chemical engineering program. So I spoke to the Benia Center here. They connected me to Catholic Community Services, and they told me about the different programs, and one of them was the refugee foster care. Essentially, the refugee foster care program is for those kids who have lost a parent or two parents outside the country, and I thought that would be a good opportunity to help those children out. I got in, I was put in with a kid he was from Afghanistan, but he'd lived 5 years in Turkey. So he got here last year in February. When I met him the first time in June, he could barely speak the language. And by the time that I saw him, by the time I left, he could speak English fluently. He even had a better accent than me, and which was so inspiring to me, hey, if you work hard in your life, you can move forward so well and, learn all those things at the same time. He was such a hard worker. He wanted to learn. He was so enthusiastic for that every day. He would keep pushing me forward. He would keep asking me questions and everything, and that was so inspiring to me that even for a kid to his age, hard work always pays, which is my motto in life, through hard work you can achieve anything in your life. My journey to the EU was a long and maybe an easy one. It started in 2012 when I graduated from high school. I could not go to college because it was not safe for me. My family had held a US mission in my city. So instead I tried to settle down a little bit because I had applied to be relocated here to the country and I was still waiting. I finally got approved in 2014 after 2 years. But in 2012, instead of going to school, what I did, I started working. So I worked with Lafarge. Lafarge is a French construction company. I had to quit the job because I started receiving death threats. One night, I was outside with a few friends of mine. All of a sudden, I'm getting this unknown phone call. I answered the phone call and there's somebody speaking on the other end. He was saying a lot of horrible things like, hey, if I catch you, I'll do this and this to you. Even to an extreme extent, I'll take your head off. The next day, I got back to work. I spoke to my manager and explained the situation to him. I told him that my security is compromised right now. He just told me that, as long as I'm inside the company's perimeters, I can be protected, but once I'm going outside, there is nothing that he can do to protect me. So I had to sit down and had to make a decision, should I continue working with this company or look out for my security? Even though the way I'm saying it right now, it sounds like an easy decision, but it wasn't easy. So I quit and left that job. So I relocated in 2014, finally, after 4 or 5 years. It was over 4 years. I came here, and the first day that I got here, I just feel the second day, I got on my computer and started my application to the EU. It was an easy decision because I looked around and I found out the University of Utah was one of the best universities in the country. The U was the only university I applied to and I got into there. So it's a decision that I think was super successful. So this scholarship will help me a lot because it helps me reduce the amount of work that I do on campus so I can focus on other things. One of the things that I want to do is spending more time volunteering with Catholic Community Services. Maybe instead of having one kid at a time, I can do 2 hours or 3 hours a week. So that's one of the things in my plan for the future for fall and spring semesters. To the donors and everyone who've contributed to the scholarship, I don't have good words to thank them in person. Get it out of my heart. It's a great privilege for me to be a recipient of this scholarship. It means a lot having this amount of support from the recipients, from the people who have contributed to the scholarship. I will try My message is that with your help, I'll try to be in a position in the future to help other people out at the same time, and that's always a source of inspiration to me, that someday there is somebody who helped me out on my path to graduate and also achieve my goals, so I can always have that deep embodied inside of myself, so I can give back to other people and help the community. So thank you, everybody. It means a lot to me. It's a great privilege to be a recipient of this scholarship.